Subscribe to our YouTube Club 520. We clowning on that mother.
Just hit the button.
God.
Don't ask more questions.
Subscribe.
The thing about the podcast space is like everybody, you got to find your lane and your niche in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's room for everybody.
Sure.
And I think the lane that y'all created, like not found, but created, the lane that y'all created is special, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
That's love, man. Obviously, man, we could talk about so many things, but, you know, we a real hoops pod. We got to talk about before you got to Michigan State, the AAU days, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Be him and my man up here, he's a big AAU basketball. That's his thing right here,
The
man.
Worldwide West Junior.
You see the jacket?
Yeah.
My Rashad swag.
Yeah. Shout out to Just Don and them. Mitchell and Nessie.
Hit boys.
For sure.
But nah, man, Hooper Days High School, man, who was that dude in your area outside of you growing up?
Man,
I had
Noopy
some
Crater. We had Noopy Crater from Flint. He went to Flint Southwestern. We was the same grade. Noop was top 15, top 20 point guard. And I feel like Noop was the last true point guard like of our era where he was just dishing. And he was great at it, you know, like getting people involved. And it was loved. And then you kind of seen him get to college. And all of a sudden they like, yo, he got to score more, he got to do this. But I'm like, nah, y'all been praising this and him being a true point guard. And you kind of started to see it changing then. But Noop was that dude in Michigan, like for sure. Like it wasn't me, it was Noopy. And then it was this little white dude named Brad Reffert who played at Xavier.
Yeah,
He
he had
used to shoot the
burner.
lights out.
could shoot.
And
Like
it was
shit.
those two, like in my high school class that was doing it.
Nah, I know him. He can shoot like a mug. But I love how you play, and it's all geared towards like being at Michigan State. Like we had some kids from here. Indy went to Michigan State. Gary Harris.
Yep.
We had Xavier Booker who's there now. Why Michigan State though? I know I could tell why you went, but I'm like I try to ask them the same question, like why they pick Michigan State. What do Izzo like do to make you get there? Like
Also, Aaron Henry.
Oh, yeah. Ben Davis.
Yeah.
Shout out to the West
That's my
Side.
little brother too. And y'all had Aaron Harris too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of Nat boys, man. I think for me, number one, Michigan State was always my dream school.
Okay.
And, you know, I grew up watching Mateen Cleese, Mo Pete.
Okay.
They from Flint. I'm 20 minutes away in
Yeah.
Saginaw. Then Jason Richardson, who is from Saginaw.
Yeah.
And so growing up, it was always Michigan State for me. Like, that was the gold standard where you wanted to be. Now, I committed to Michigan State when I was like a sophomore. But they didn't really accept my commitment. It was like I was committed. It was like I was in a bad relationship. Like I was committed. And they wasn't committed to me, but I was committed to them.
Twins.
I've been there.
Shout out to Purdue.
Shout out to Purdue.
I feel like Drake finished. Go ahead.
So, I'm committed to them. And they ain't really honor it. So my junior year, I ended up taking an unofficial visit to Kentucky. My high school coach played with Tubby when Tubby coached at Tulsa.
Okay.
And I took an unofficial visit to Kentucky, and I ended up committing to Kentucky.
Damn.
And they were pissed, but I'm like, y'all ain't honoring my commitment like I'm going to Kentucky. And Tubby ended up leaving, I ended up going there. But long story short, why I picked Michigan State was because Tom Izzo winning. He was putting out pros. He had, when I was coming, it was like 7 first-round picks and 9 first-round picks or something like that in 7 years.
Yeah.
And then, this probably won't go over well with people, but I went to Michigan. I was going to go to Michigan. And like say today is Thursday. Today's Friday. I announced that next Thursday I'm having a press conference and I'm deciding my school. I was going to Michigan. Manny Harris was there.
Yeah.
Manny Harris.
And so they had Manny start calling me. And I was tight with Manny, and Manny like, Dre, tell me something good. And I'm like, just chill, it's cool, like it's good. And they like, you need to come down one more time. The coaching staff now blowing my phone up. Come down one more time, come down one more time. I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm all right, like it's cool. Come down one more time. So finally, I go down on Monday. My mom takes me down. We play open gym. They showed me the dorms we was gonna live in, which I'm a dummy. I didn't even see the dorms I was gonna commit there. And Manny wasn't at that open gym. He had class. But all the other players was there. And I was busting their ass.
Shout out to Stu Douglas.
Yeah. And I was talking crazy to them boys, and nobody said a word. And I was like, bro, I go to Michigan State, and I'm talking crazy to them, and we all about to fight.
Out the gate.
That's home for me.
That's
like,
it.
That's it. That's it for me. Like, this is a family, and everybody stand on business here. It ain't none of that's like soft.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would have made it at Michigan. They a little softer,
A little bit more preppy.
Nah, they go love that one.
Michigan State is definitely grit, for sure.
Nah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was it for me.
That's crazy. Then obviously, you know what I'm saying, have a crazy career. Michigan State, time to declare. How was your draft process?
Awful. I did 21 workouts.
God damn.
I had a guarantee from Indiana that they was gonna pick me if I was still on the board. And I was here doing my second workout the day before the draft. And I woke up that morning and Larry Bird resigned. Came across the screen.
If you was light skinned, we'd have got you.
Y'all drafted Miles Plumlee. Not even Mason. Y'all drafted Miles.
I remember.
Oh, he know everybody.
Yeah, y'all drafted Miles Plumlee. I had a guarantee from Atlanta. They was gonna pick me.
Come on.
Yeah, we fumbled the bag.
Rick's son stepped down or got moved over the week of the draft. I had a guarantee from Memphis that they was gonna pick me. Chris Wallace got let go the week of the draft.
God damn, Dre.
That's a bad look.
And I had a promise, which has been publicly said. I had a promise from Chicago.
Shout out to Mook.
And they actually drafted your brother.
Shout out to Mook.
They drafted your brother.
Shout out to my dog. You know how he got drafted? You remember Omar Ashik? Whatever his name?
Yeah.
Captain.
Omar Ashik.
Omar, we had the same agent.
Okay.
And they wanted him to resign. And they was like, all right, you gotta take my brother in that draft spot. So he'll resign. He ended up going to Houston anyway.
He signed that poison pill deal, 3 for 35.
Yeah.
Him and Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had already picked my brother. So I knew my brother wasn't gonna play in Chicago. They was pissed. So I was like, he ain't about to get no clock.
Damn.
So that was, and needless to say, all those people passed me up. And I ended up falling in 35. And it was the most bittersweet thing, bro. It's like I just got drafted. Y'all fucked over me. I'm a second round pick. And so that was, I hated the draft process.
You know what's crazy now? We talk about all the time. Boys, damn near would rather be, if you're not going lottery, they near will either be second round now because you get to your bread faster.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I made money before anybody else in my class made money.
Yeah, that's the gift.
Real money.
Shout out to Wes Matthews.
Absolutely. Wes did that a year.
Man, that was my draft, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, damn, fuck, he making $7 million a year. I only get $2,000 a month to spend on myself. Ain't this some shit?